Guys, Wednesday, April 22nd. On this day 1 year ago, the gun community lost an outstanding individual. 1 year ago, I lost a very good friend. And the part that really sucks is I never got the pleasure to meet him in person and shake his hand. He was actually supposed to be at the shoot in September last year. Unfortunately, that never happened. So I want to dedicate this brew review to Matt Reisner, Matt from Rise Arms. And as kind of a silly footnote, I would recommend that if you are a very private person, but there's other individuals in your life that may need to gain access to things, you should write your passwords either down on something or encrypt it and put it somewhere, but maybe give one person the ability to gain access to that. Matt's wife has no idea what the password is, so until YouTube does something about it, and hopefully they never do, Matt's channel will stay up. And I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it. Of his last 3 videos, 2 of them were picking on me. This isn't going to be a down thing. This is not going to be a down thing, and it's not out of any disrespect for Matt. It's out of the fact that if Matt was here, I know he would knock you to the ground and tell you to shape the hell up to sit and mourn him. Instead, enjoy what time that we had with him, what time that I had with him. So, I miss you, my friend. What are we going to look at? We're going to look at Equinox. This is a genuine Pale Oat Ale from Lagunitas. It is 8%, and unlike what I probably said last, I never did sit and read the essay on the side of the bottle. And I'm still not. So far, just about everything I've had from Lagunitas has been outstanding. That's what the cap looks like. And just gonna open it with the big badass opener. In fine print it says Steve Bush sucks right underneath where it says guns and gear and beer. Oh, and speaking of that, because my good friend gave me this, and your comment, you're absolutely right. I take back what I said. I made the comment that if we should just go start our own country and leave the liberal libtard douchebags behind. No, you are absolutely right in the fact that we should kick them the fuck out and let them go start their own. Be like Loserville, or see how long we last when we can't take other people's money. Matt, over the years, actually I still have it. Over the years, Matt sent me a few beers. One of them was this banana bread beer. And honestly, I don't even know why I hang on to the bottle up until now. I hang on to the bottle because it reminds me of Matt. But he also sent me 2 Samuel Adams glasses. I have a total of 3 of them. One of them, the Samuel Adams, the Boston Lager, isn't orange and red. It's just more like the Samuel Adams. So I know which 2 Matt gave me. This one I use because, again, I know he would want that. And the other one is sitting right here with the Star Trek phaser in it, which somehow I think Matt would also appreciate that. Okay, so let's do the pour. Let's make it official. still to date, if you are taking any notes, my favorite of everything from Lagunitas is the Sucks Brown Sugar Substitute. It's kind of a heavy hitter, and tastes really damn good. So that's kind of a hard act to follow. But as you can see, the carbonation is good, but we are in the flavor enhancing glass, so this is bound to be awesome. I'm sure we all have Matt stories. He was a fairly private guy. He really needed to know who you were. He wasn't the kind of guy that you could just say, hey, give me your phone number and I'll give you a call. It took a while. Anybody that had his phone number knows what I'm talking about. He also wasn't much of a drinker. The beer that he wanted me to try to find and send to him was Lowenbrawl. He said he remembered having Lowenbrawl and thought it was really good. And I'm just like, seriously? If that is what you consider the champagne, or your taste buds consider the champagne of beers, you know, when you're here for the shoot, I told him, I said we'd line up a variety of things, like maybe my favorite pale ale and my favorite IPA and my favorite stout. We'd find something that would be a Lowenbrawl. I've seen where you can still get some, but I just don't know if it's still being made or not. And I remember it being I've drank quite a few of them. Remember it being a rather skunky beer. That's why I told him, I said, try like St. Pauli Girl. You know, an original St. Pauli Girl was somewhat close to it, but okay, it definitely has a very citrusy, hoppy smell to it. Again, like a sweet blast of citrus. You know, I'm sure if Matt was here, he'd probably also rather there was a, you know, partially naked chick back there as opposed, I don't know. Tough shit, Matt. This is one of those things where that is for that is for you, my friend, and so is this. It better be good, because this is Steve Matt. Wherever you are, I'm sure you're causing someone problems, especially if you ended up there with someone that didn't believe in the Constitution and the fight for all things about freedom. Cheers. Quite a bit of citrus hoppy action going on in the beginning. Something about the blurb on the bottle, I know it's got a couple different kinds of hops being used. You get a kind of a rush of sweetness, and right behind that is the citrus. Kind of, Mama must be home because Shelby is having a tizzy. It's kind of like, it almost seems for a second like it's going to go to the pine side, but then kind of stays on the grapefruit side of the citrus. It's got a very smooth yet pleasant, kind of a dry center, but then that's immediately followed up with another rush of citrus, kind of wrapped in a nice bread or brisket taste, and then the finish is very smooth. I mean, it's leaves you with a little bit of citrus, and that's about it. The alcohol at 8%. Does it give an IBU on this too? Yeah, 50 IBU, 8%. It's it's in there, but it's not overdone. One of my favorite videos from Matt. Matt had a lot of great kind of rants, but instead of just like losing it, like say me or Steve at Meal Team 66, he's able to keep it together. He was very good at staying focused on what he was talking about. There wasn't a lot of squirrel moments. I mean, they were in there. You know, everybody's human. Number one of his range videos was told that story more than once, but he ended up not paying attention to where the end of the barrel was, and shot a few holes through his brand new range bag. Oh yeah. Yeah, he was definitely a good guy. He now I don't know if this was the only time, but he didn't think he had a face for video. He had the voice for video. He'd been a good sound guy, or a morning radio, or just a good political like radio guy, I think. But he said he didn't have a face for it, and we did that one video about fighting back against the libtards and their anti-gun bullshit, and I invited him to put a quick blurb together, and he did, and he sent me the video, and I downloaded it, and he like he shows himself in it, and I called him and I said, you know, dude, you can just show your bench and just say what you said, and you don't have to show yourself. And he's like, no, this is one of those personal things. He's like, I gotta put that aside for something that I feel is more important. Okay. Give him that. He was definitely the guy that you knew if something was gonna go bad, that he'd be in your camp. And he was like that. You could probably do a lot and not have him go off the deep end. But if someone went after some of his friends, you would see a much more driven individual. I would put it little the sweet floral side, just a little bit. But I really like that because I'm a big fan of the bread or the biscuit kind of finish, or just anywhere that the bread or the biscuit is going to show up in there. I have to say for well, like I said, they consider it an ale, but you know, it's got a lot of characteristics in common with an IPA. So I could see stocking up on a few of these, and you know, I would not be disappointed if I went over there to get the sucks and all they had was this. This would be okay. Well, I don't need to stand here and drink the entire thing. I've already had a better part of a glass. So at this point, the Equinox, if you're able to get a hold of this and give it a try, I do like this. This I would say this is a 9 on the E scale. Don't know if Matt would like it or not. The only thing you do is just pour a bunch of small shot glasses and, you know, try this one, try this one, try this one until you find something that worked. Or you could be like that half-ass dumbass Jerry and just go through the brew review fridge and just keep opening shit until you find something that you actually want to drink. Tomorrow's Thursday. Liver Damage Thursday. Oh, it's the last one for right now from Ed. So why don't we take a look at the Crown Valley's Farmhouse Lager, 4.7% by volume. Brewed with genuine amounts of vanilla malt, which gives a light-bodied beer a clean and crisp finish. For best taste, serve really cold. Paul at PA Brew News. 7.5 IBU. Oh, I guess there's like zero citrus hoppiness to this one, but I guess we'll see. Let's take a look at this one tomorrow. And you guys that have been looking for me in the video chats, I don't know what the hell. I've had just kind of some back issues lately, and you know, I say do something like this, and then take a Flexerol, and roughly an hour and a half to 2 hours later, you're doing this. So, and I really don't know if Flexerol is a muscle relaxant, and I really don't know that it's been helping the back very much, but I guess if you're asleep and you don't experience the pain, I guess in a roundabout way that's working. Doesn't really help out too much at work though, does it? Okay. There you guys go. Cheers, everybody. And again, I cannot say enough, Matt, how much I miss you, my friend. Maybe someday we'll get that opportunity to shake hands. Alright. In case you have no idea who I'm talking about, I'll put a link down below to Matt's channel. Yeah, there'll be no new videos, unfortunately. But he was a hell of a guy. And all you people that were privileged enough to have gotten to know him, being able to talk to him, like I said, I can't say enough how much I was looking forward to actually getting that opportunity to hang out for you know, 4 or 5 days in September. And this last year, that would have been a hell of a, well, it's always a good bunch, but this last time was I don't know what, honestly, I can honestly answer this question. If you said what was more fun, shooting? Hell no. I mean, if for some weird reason the libtards actually ever took our freedoms away, well, at least if we were still able to freely move amongst the country, we would still all get together and we'd do what we did. Just spend 3 or 4 days hanging out at the fire pit, having beers, having drinks, and basically just roasting the shit out of each other. Always such a great group. If things ever went south, I would want those guys there by my side, and that's why Matt is missed so much. So, again, cheers to all of you, and cheers to the person you were, Matt. See you guys tomorrow, if there is a tomorrow. Sometimes you just have to live like you're in today. So always make sure you let the people that you love and you know how much they mean. Cheers, guys.